best damn beverage that's non-alcoholic that you could buy legally, bro. Anyway, I don't want you guys to be alarmed, okay? We're going to do a reaction video to open Off the Script today. You are indeed watching Off the Script. This is not WWE social media comments, even though it should be, because the comment section that is below this video is absolutely AIDS. But I will say this, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, from the bottom of my soul. Everybody in the YWC, IWC, that talks about WWE news and rumors, that discusses the happenings in WWE, quite frankly, you are absolutely fucking awful at what you do. Why you have internet connection, why you grace us with your stupidity, why you're even doing what you are doing is absolutely mind-boggling to me and many others that listen to you. You form no valid opinion, you have no logic in anything that you say, and quite frankly, you are a complete fucking buffoon, clown, goon, and anything that references a fucking goon. Here we are with OTRS Central. I never fucking heard of him in my entire life. Yet you people are tweeting me on Twitter, JD, listen to this. JD, watch this. This is the news Aaron Rift of No DQ is reporting on his website. The article that I was linked simply stated, WWE fan upset over Cruiserweight division. Okay. So obviously I click on this and I waste 13 minutes and 28 seconds of my life. 13 minutes of my life that I cannot get back. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here and drink my Bai Bubble Bliss sparkling antioxidant infusion coconut sparkling water. And we're going to watch this fucking clown embarrass himself to the high heavens as he explains to us why a Cruiserweight division on Raw is stupid. I wasted 13 minutes, and now everybody watching Off the Script is not only going to waste 13 minutes, but you might actually find this to be hilarious. This might be the most hilarious video I've seen all year on YouTube.com. And then we will begin Off the Script with the intro and the typical fanfare and all that other bullshit, because I got a big story for you guys, as you can see in the title and the thumbnail. But I figured I'd throw this on to you. So without wasting any more of your time, I am going to click play, and we're going to watch this clown explain to us, with no logic, why the Cruiserweight division is stupid.
Let it be no surprise to me that the interwebs, the hardcore fan base, the independent wrestling scene, other people within the wrestling business are very praising of the Cruiserweight Classic the WWE has been doing. Let it be no surprise that everybody praised it in its greatness and its awesomeness and all this other shit.
Rightfully so.
Good Christ. This is what the business has come down to. Trying to defend a 1.88 rating and getting giggly tits about the Cruiserweight Classic. And now the WWE, apparently, is going to add a Cruiserweight division on Raw.
And it's going to be the best thing on Monday nights.
To which I very simply and succinctly say, why?
Why not?
The fuck good is this going to do?
It's going to make the show better.
How the fuck is this changing anything? How the hell is this a solution to any current problems that the WWE has?
It's not. It's a step in the right direction.
I mean, step back and think about this for a second. We're getting excited about a Cruiserweight division.
What else do we have to be excited about? Reigns?
We already know, no matter how much some of you fucktards want to deny this, that the smaller the business gets and the more it emphasizes flips and bumps and high spots and shit, the viewership and audience continues to go down. Instead of trying to change things and adding some spice and doing some different things and trying to appeal to a larger audience, we double down on the freaking hardcore audience and go even more balls deep into this shit. Oh my God. Look, there's a place for cruiserweights. And in theory, I think cruiserweights can bring something to the table. And fundamentally, I don't have a problem with them being on WWE programming or any other major wrestling company's programming.
So what's the sense for 13 minutes then?
What I do have a problem with is the WWE in its current state doubling down on this hardcore appeal and bringing in a cruiserweight division for the purposes that they are and the way that they're going to ultimately. Here's what I don't get about adding a cruiserweight division to Raw. Number one, your show already has too much wrestling. Now, a lot of you think that sacrilegious
Monday Night Raw has too much wrestling?
But yes,
clearly
when those matches
he's not
feature
watching the same
characters
programming
that are never
that we are.
developed, in stories that don't fucking matter, in matches that you've seen far too many goddamn times.
There is no story.
Too much wrestling on Raw on a weekly basis.
Are you kidding me?
Segment
What
match,
are you
match,
watching
match,
is too
segment
much
match,
wrestling.
match,
There's
segment
not
match,
enough
match,
wrestling.
match. So same predictable format every week. Several matches that don't fucking matter. Many matches that are repeats that you've seen on SmackDown.
And whose fault is that? The Cruiserweights?
You've seen last week on Raw. You've seen on pay-per-view the night before. All this other shit. The last thing the WWE needs to do is double down on a programming format that isn't working, that is driving away audiences in droves.
Creative direction is driving away audience, not the fucking way they handle their show. I wouldn't mind if they fucking had their programming the way it was if they gave me a good story.
Element to your actual fucking lousy ass product. All it does is give the WWE a lazy ass way to fill 3 hours of show by featuring more cruiserweights who in large part aren't going to get over in a meaningful way that is going to impact the company's bottom line in an effective manner.
I'm going to pause it right there. What he said is absolutely asinine. The cruiserweights are not being brought in to fucking fill out the WWE's bottom line. They're coming to Raw because they are going to enhance the overall show on Monday night. Their job is to not bring in money like a Reigns or a Rollins or a Cena or a Styles or an Ambrose. That's not their job. Their job is the trendsetter, the show starter. That's what their job is. And they didn't get over? 32 men who we didn't know of. Most of us didn't anyway. Going into the Cruiserweight Classic. Now we know each and every fucking one of them, especially starting from the Sweet 16 and on. These guys made legit names for themselves, if not, made superstars out of everybody that competed in the 16-man going on to the finals part of that tournament. Give me a fucking break. This guy is an absolute fucking Nimrod.
And that's a fact, Jack. And you don't
My
like
name ain't
to eat
Jack,
shit.
asshole. It's JD.
Because that's exactly how the hell it is. Furthermore, how ridiculous is it going to be? Because I can imagine this will happen at some point in time, where your cruiserweight champion is going to be at the same size or bigger than your heavyweight champion, your WWE champion, your universal champion, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
And that's a problem?
How stupid is that going to look when your cruiserweight champion is just as big, if not bigger, than your world champion? And frankly, why add a cruiserweight division and add some confusion to the product itself when a lot of your main event scene over the past few years, for the most part, has in large part been cruiserweights? You know, traditionally, I've always known cruiserweights to have some type of weight limit between 190 to 220 pounds. And frankly, for a WWE main eventer today, that in large part seems to be the average sweet spot of the size of the dudes. AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins.
No sense.
They all fit into that category. All of them. You know, Dean Ambrose ain't far away. A lot of these others, what if Jay or Tommy came up to the main roster and you put him in the main event scene? Same fucking thing.
Gonna pause it again. The cruiserweights coming is not going to offset what happens in the main event. They are coming in for one sole purpose, and I will go over that at the end of the video because I wrote this guy an essay-like comment that ended his fucking 13-minute rant. And you guys will understand where I'm coming from as far as my vision of what the cruiserweights should be and are going to be. Not like this fucking asshole.
What the hell is the difference between the cruiserweight division and the WWE Championship level or the Universal Championship level if these guys are all the same damn size as these guys and there's no freaking difference? That doesn't mean you need to have a bunch of stiff-moving steroid freaks at the top. No! But you need to have some variety. You need to have some spice. And you need to have some clearly established hierarchy where these guys aren't the same as these fucking guys. So you wonder why the hell there's this division and why this belt would mean any less than this goddamn belt. If anything, it only leads to a further devaluing of the world title. It means nobody's going to fucking get over.
So the WWE is incredibly expert at
nowadays because that's the plan. That's the intention, is you don't want to get anybody over because you don't want to make any fucking stars. And if you enjoy the WWE not getting anybody over in a meaningful way, and if you enjoy the WWE not really trying to make any big stars, then continue to support these type of decisions.
I support it 100%.
This is what happens when we get caught up in the wrestling bubble of bullshit, where hardcore fans watch NXT and think NXT is great because they get some characters that, for the most part, only really work at that level.
And the model of NXT is the way future wrestling businesses should run, especially Raw and SmackDown.
Which, of course, the hardcore fans are going to gravitate to because they feel like they have a greater appreciation for the art form. But this whole harkens back to the thing of, at some point in time along the way, there was a seismic shift in the approach and the philosophy of the fans of the wrestling business, and frankly, the marks in the wrestling business, the biggest marks of fucking all. And I think too many people watch too many shoot videos with Ric Flair and so many others where they were trying to justify why they were better than somebody else, even though they weren't. Because in a business where the only thing that matters is the fucking bottom line, the dollars drawn, these guys were talking about fucking work rate. Like, who gives a shit?
The WWE is making more money now in their history than they ever have before. What's this guy talking about bottom line for? What the fuck business is it of his for WWE's bottom line? They're making more money now than they ever have in their entire history. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Stupid idiot.
Would you rather be the dude that goes out and kills himself for 60 minutes for one price? Or would you rather be the dude that goes out there and poses for 10 minutes and makes 4 times as much in front of a sold-out audience? If you're any type of businessman, the answer is fucking simple. A cruiserweight division on Raw. Just another division with a bunch of dudes where no characters are going to be developed, no characters are going to be progressed, no interesting or compelling storylines are hardly ever going to happen. And it's just going to lead to more lazy writing and booking on Raw every week and at the pay-per-views. Because you're just going to put dudes together in a random match. You're going to have guys go out there and fucking kill themselves for no fucking reason.
This guy clearly didn't watch the Cruiserweight Classic.
I expect fans to act in this way because they're fans. They're supposed to get their enjoyment out of it however they want. My gripe is not even with that so much. Even though the hardcore fans need to understand that supporting this type of shit is incredibly detrimental to the product. And as the company has shifted the past few years in their philosophy to appeal more to you, and the audience has continued to decrease, especially in terms of the television ratings, we must understand there is a correlation, and this is not good. Usually, growing good, shrinking bad. Somehow we got perverted and twisted the wrong way, and shrinking like a turtle in water is a good thing. And growing is bad. And this is kind of appeals to the whole thing of The Rock. When he comes back and he starts talking about clanging and begging in the fucking gym. You want to talk about out of touch? This dude is fucking out of touch. You clearly don't know your fucking audience. Yes, you have some of the people like me that actually appreciate that it's The Rock and everything else. But for the most part, the audience has changed. You must understand that these people ain't lifting weights. And they don't like the wrestlers that lift weights. They don't want to hear you talking about clanging and banging. They want to hear you talking about playing World of Warcraft till 3 in the fucking morning. That's something they can go to. That's how fucked up and twisted this business has gotten. And we're going to get happy about a cruiserweight division that's going to lead to more pointless wrestling on Raw? Oh, it spotlights more guys. Oh, does it really fucking do that? Does it really? And even if it does, in theory, are these the guys that you need to be spotlighting? Instead of doing shit like this, why not figure out better ways to feature more guys on the fucking roster that you already have? The The marks in the business, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, you can't even call the fans the marks anymore. Because compared to the wrestlers and the creative teams and the executives running the show, calling the shots in WWE, look at the body of evidence and tell me who the fucking marks are. You know, as Dutch Mantel said, he used to like the business a lot more when the marks sat out in the seats. I kind of used to disagree with that assertion a little bit because I always felt like the wrestling business was full of marks. You know, these are people that used to so ardently believe in kayfabe that to the point where they were so disconnected from reality that they didn't realize that people always knew it was scripted and fake entertainment, and it didn't fucking matter. Make it good, people will find a way to suspend their disbelief and they'll fucking watch. Did we really think The Undertaker was dead? Dead! Did we really think Kane raised his arms and went down like this and flames just magically shot out of thin fucking air because he had demonic powers? I mean, give me a fucking break.
This guy needs to learn how to rant.
But if it's good, we care. If it's good, people watch. If it's really good, more people watch. Which you would think would be the whole intention of doing this. And doing more of the same shit that isn't working, that is driving away the audience, is not the way to go. It is stubbornly digging your heels in. It's like the WWE is intentionally trying to kill itself. That old promo years ago where Vince McMahon says, I'm going to inject the WWE with a lethal dose of poison. Somebody's watched that promo a little too much because he's buying into it and he's believing in it. Look, a lot of you can have fun with the Cruiserweight division. And a lot of you can jerk off to it. Whatever, fine. Just don't sell me that this is something good. Don't sell me that this is going to be something that's
all night long.
It's just going to be something that adds on to the piles of what is wrong with this company, what is wrong with its product, and what is wrong with the overall approach and philosophy as a business as a whole. Trying to look big picture here. And from a truly big picture standpoint, there's only negative that comes out of this, not positive. Now, I'm tired of people trying to sit there and make excuses for this crap. I'm tired of people trying to sit there and put a positive spin on this crap. When your main bread and butter show does a 1.88 rating and over the past 4 years has lost another 1.5 million viewers, there's no positive spin to put on that. There just isn't. It's not getting any better. And decisions like this don't help things. They only make the problems worse. Enjoy your Cruiserweight Classic that just ended. Enjoy the Cruiserweights on Raw. I know fucking 1 or 2 segments every week of this product that I won't be watching.
Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. So, all I'm going to say is this. And I posted this at the time of recording about 2 hours ago. And I clearly state, you are so blind that you have put no thought into anything you said here. Cruiserweights and their 205-pound weight limit is the same everyone else you have on the roster competing for your world title? Laughing my ass off. It's not about that, you fucking goon. It's about the style of wrestling portrayed and told in the ring. There is nothing on WWE television, even with the Zanes, the Rollins, the Styles, the Owens, on TV that is even coming close to what these guys did in the Cruiserweight Classic. It's not about weight. It's about WWE giving us a new breed of Cruiserweight. Something that we didn't see on WCW Nitro during the Monday Night Wars. Secondly, NXT's business operation and the way things are run, from the way storylines are developed, to the commentating, to the feel of their shows when TakeOver occurs. Every TakeOver special feels massive, because that's how shows are supposed to feel. Meanwhile, what you have on the main roster feels unimportant every single show. NXT is the future of WWE because they are doing what was being done in the early days when you and I were watching as a child. And that way is the correct way. Third, as far as cruiserweights go, again, I'm not sure if you watched Ibushi versus Brian Kendrick. What fucking storyline do you need? The match itself was a storyline. Kendrick's tears were the storyline. And it was better than anything WWE did all year. Why? Because it was simple and did not fuck with our intelligence. Are you that blind? What storyline do you need with a tournament? 32 of the world's best fighting in an elimination setting to find out who is the best. And you know what? WWE, Regal, Triple H, and everybody else still involved weave storyline into the tournament. Kendrick's last chance. Tajiri being 47 years old. Cedric Alexander losing 30 pounds to make the 205 limit. Perkins being homeless to winning the finals and becoming Cruiserweight champion. Ibushi's fusion neck surgery a year ago. I don't know. Did you pay attention to anything that you watched during the Cruiserweight Classic? You're sitting in front of a camera with no logic, ranting about what was going on during the Cruiserweight Classic and what was this going to attain. If you want to have a successful wrestling channel, think before you speak. And write notes down and make sure you are logical to your audience. Nothing you said here was worth anyone's time. Why Raw, or why is Raw the worst it's been in the last 4 years? Ask the writing staff in Stamford, Connecticut. They're too busy fingering Vince McMahon's asshole to comprehend what real talent is. Pretty much end of discussion. This guy gave no thought to anything he said, and that's all I gotta say about that. He's lucky I even put him on this fucking channel. He's lucky I even highlighted this fucking pathetic, ridiculous rant. And listen, when the Cruiserweights are on Raw, go ahead. Go ahead. Be stuck watching Roman Reigns and the old day and Lana and Rusev wedding skits and wedding photos and photo albums. Continue watching Braun Strowman squash a fucking 90-pound fly with a reverse chokeslam that looks fucking awful. You know what? Those are the segments that most of us are going to skip. You know what we're not going to skip? When Brian Kendrick and Tozawa and Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins and Grand Metalik and Cedric Alexander and everybody else affiliated with the Cruiserweight Classic is on our TVs. Why? Because that is the way of the business. That is what people want to see right now. And if you don't like it, get used to it. It's the way things need to be. The current formula for Monday Night Raw is fucking awful. The way NXT is operating, that's what needs to be done on Monday Night Raw. As far as literally everything. That's it.
JD from New York, 206. The stopper off the script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV, especially Eva Marie. All you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. Stop her off the script. JD from New York, 206. Stop her off the script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And I hope I still have an audience for this episode of Off the Script. I may have turned people away with the sheer stupidity of what we just sat through for 20 minutes. But I believe a lot of people are still here. People who watch me are full of logic. People who watch me are full of common sense. People who watch me do not watch the likes of OTRS Central. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why nobody watches OTRS Central? I'll give you a reason why. It's very easy. It's very simple. It is so simple that a fucking trained spot monkey can figure this one out. And that reason is... Do you know it? I don't think you know it. I don't think OTRS Central knows it. I think we need to tell him exactly why people like that will never get ahead on YouTube. Do you really want to know why? Yeah? I'll tell you why. This is the fucking reason why. This is the number one fucking podcast in your subscription boxes. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. Episode 135, part number 4, right here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your Monday morning. I had to give you part 4, man. I had to give you part 4. There's just so much news. So much news coming out of this weekend, and something that is going to piss a lot of people off. Rumors of Kevin Owens losing the WWE Universal Championship. We're going to go over all that, plus so much more. If you missed part 1, 2, and 3, links will be down below in the description. Make sure you guys go check them out if you missed them at all this weekend. If you want to take me on the road with you, the iTunes podcast is now live. iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music. You guys can go there. All formats available to you, whether you're on the train, whether you're on the bus going to school, whether you're at work, pissed off at your fucking boss, that he only gave you half an hour lunch instead of a 45-minute lunch. Don't worry, I got you covered, man. Off the Script is now live via all audio formats for your listening pleasure. So make sure you guys go and check that out and show the support needed for Off the Script. If you guys want to pledge and donate to the podcast, patreon.com/JD from NY206. You guys know all about that. If you don't want to do that, I got t-shirts, man. We are an official partner with Barber Shop Window. Pro Wrestling Tees, 1 hour tees. Barber Shop Window is the home of Off the Script. All you got to do is go to the homepage, barbershopwindow.com, type in the search bar Off the Script, and then you'll be taken to our online shop, man. 6 t-shirts right there, right now, available for sale. $19.99. They ship worldwide. The best fucking quality wrestling t-shirts in the market today. Make sure you guys go out and support Off the Script via Barber Shop Window. WrestleRumble.com. If you guys want to win some money during Sunday's Clash of the Champions pay-per-view, you guys can certainly do that with WrestleRumble.com. Entry forms will be uploaded this week, so make sure you guys check that out. I will be tweeting about them as well, so make sure you follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. WrestleCrate.com. My friends over at WrestleCrate, #1 pro wrestling-based subscription service delivered to your front door. If you guys want to save some money on some WrestleCrate, I unboxed one on Friday's episode of Off the Script. If you guys want to go check that out, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I did an unboxing on part 1 of this weekend's show. Save yourself some money, man, if you're interested. JD sent me for an instant 10% off. And if you guys are interested in the WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate, you guys got to understand this is an official WWE licensed product. It is going to be fucking beast. If you guys are interested in that, use my link down below in the description at the top, and then type in the coupon code JD from NY and save yourself 10% on any one of the tiers that you purchase there for Slam Crate. Gonna be awesome. They're gonna be shipping in October, and I will be doing an unboxing right here on Off the Script. Thank you guys for all of that. Now, let's get into the news, man. I got a big story here. Kevin Owens is expected to lose the WWE Universal Championship at Clash of Champions. There was a time when the idea of Kevin Steen holding the top prize in WWE was considered by many to be a pipe dream. It wasn't a question of ability or talent. The general feeling is that Kevin Steen wasn't what WWE officials were looking for in a WWE superstar, especially not in a WWE World Champion. That perception completely changed once Kevin Owens emerged on Monday Night Raw and defeated John Cena clean in his first match on the main roster. After that night, Owens continued on, despite taking big losses along the way, which is a huge testament to his ability as a wrestler. When the brand extension came to pass, the question wasn't if, but when Kevin Owens would become a WWE World Champion. A few weeks ago, Owens became the WWE Universal Champion thanks to interference from Triple H during the fatal four-way match on Monday Night Raw. Reigns, Rollins, and Big Cass were also a part of that match. As Kevin Steen held the WWE World title for the first time, the WWE crowd in Detroit chanted, "You deserve it." I should make a correction here. The WWE title is held by AJ Styles. I should say a WWE World title, which is the Universal title on Monday Night Raw. There was a typo in my report. So Detroit chanted, "You deserve it," as Raw went off the air. At that moment, the dream came true for Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, it seems to be that Kevin Owens won't be the WWE Universal Champion for very long. WWE Clash of Champions is a week from this past Sunday. This coming Sunday is Clash of Champions, and he'll be putting the title on the line against Seth Rollins. It's possible that Triple H returns to save Owens' title reign, but going into Clash of Champions, there's a lot of factors going against Kevin Owens retaining the WWE Universal Championship against Seth Rollins. First and foremost, there's been a lot of criticism about the way Kevin Owens won the title, since he didn't technically win it on his own and won the championship thanks to Triple H. Many people argue that he has not earned his spot as a main event player and the WWE Universal Champion. That is a load of fucking alligator shit. Fuck off. That's debatable. And there will always be critics, but one thing you can't argue against is the results. Recently, WWE hasn't been doing well on their television ratings or their live event numbers, especially in attendance. For example, SmackDown's number fell in both areas when AJ Styles became the WWE Champion after defeating Dean Ambrose at Backlash. The return of Monday Night Football takes a lot of the blame, but the last episode of Raw took a major hit in the ratings with Kevin Owens at the helm. Low attendance was also reported for WWE live events on Friday from Louisville, Kentucky. Do I even need to fucking go on? I mean, you're comparing low attendance figures in Louisville, Kentucky. I mean, who the fuck is going to these shows? I mean, Farmer Bill and his wife fucking Martha? I mean, give me a fucking break. Hey, man, we got the fucking corn to be grazed in the field later on that evening, bro. What about the cow? They gotta be milked, bro. Hey, Martha, why don't you churn the butter over there, you fucking whore? Come on, Billy Ray Joe, give me my rifle, man. Let's go hunt some deer in the fucking woods over there. Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me? This is what you're basing your attendance figures on. Louisville, Kentucky? Give me a fucking break, bro. They can't tell their fucking hand from their ass. They couldn't tell a good wrestler if it fucking showed up at their front doorstep. If you're not dressed as a fucking cow that says, "Feed me" or "Milk me," they don't fucking give a shit. Give me a fucking break, bro. Mind-boggling. Who reports this garbage? Louisville, Kentucky. The fuck are they known for? The only thing I know coming out of Louisville is the fucking bats made by the fucking MLB that's used in their games. Give me a fucking break, bro. Too much emphasis can be put on the shoulders of the champion, but that's how the business works. Fuck out of here. That's how the business works. No, that's how the business used to work. WWE is altering the way the business works nowadays. Kevin Owens should not and shall not be blamed for Raw's ratings. WWE is to blame for Raw's ratings. Okay, Kevin Owens is the WWE Universal Champion. What about his tango partner? What about his dance partner? What about Seth Rollins? He should be to blame as well because he's in the fucking main event, right? What happened to Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns didn't draw a fucking dime as WWE Champion. Attendance was fucking lower than when Dean Ambrose was champion on SmackDown. What does that say? So, you're putting all the blame on a world champion, right? Meanwhile, WWE, Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, all these other fucking idiots need to start looking at themselves as to why the ratings are low. Why are the ratings low? You put on a shit fucking product. I don't give a fuck if the football game is 70-0. I'm gonna watch the football game over a Monday night fucking Raw programming. It's gonna put me to sleep by 9 o'clock. Well, instead of giving us the old day, why don't you give us some actual wrestling on Monday night? Why don't you give me some fucking engaging storylines? Why don't you give me a fucking cliffhanger at the end of the show that makes people tune in to Monday Night Raw the following week right at 8 p.m.? It's Kevin Owens' fault, though, right? It's Kevin Owens' fault that Monday Night Raw has been in the fucking shithole for the last 4 years. It's Kevin Owens' fault, though, right? It's Kevin Owens' fault that Monday Night Raw is putting everybody to sleep. It's Monday Night Raw. It's Kevin Owens' fault, though, right? Kevin Owens is to blame for Monday Night Raw being shitty for 3 hours. Kevin Owens is to blame for Braun Strowman's 1-minute squash matches. Kevin Owens is to blame for the old day segment that almost fucking made everyone slit their wrists simultaneously a few weeks ago. Kevin Owens is to blame for Dana Brooks' nurse porno that should have been filmed instead of doing a backstage segment with the club. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. That's how you rant. This is bullshit. It's not Kevin Owens' fault. He's expected to lose the Universal Championship at Clash of Champions. Well, WWE are a bunch of shallow-ass motherfuckers if they're going to blame Kevin Owens being the Universal Champion on their low ratings. Look in the fucking mirror, Vince. It's your fault. Monday Night Raw has been awful for the last 4 years. Out of a hat, if you pick out one good show, you're lucky. You're fucking lucky. Out of 4 years, I can't even count on one hand how many actual shows I was, you know what, I'm pleased with this show, a 9. 9 out of 10 Raw. Can't even do that, bro. It is so fucking difficult to pick out the good Raws from the 5 years of shit fucking shows. Meanwhile, we got goons like OTRS Central. Oh, there's too much wrestling on Monday Night Raw. There's too much wrestling on Monday Night Raw. 40 minutes of wrestling and 2.5 hours of commercials? Minus the fucking 40 minutes of wrestling. In that 40 minutes of wrestling, there's 20 minutes of fucking god-awful promos. Give me a fucking break, dude. Are you kidding me? This is absolutely ludicrous to think that Kevin Owens is to blame. Yeah, put the title on Roman Reigns. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you. Put the title on Roman Reigns. See what happens. Nobody on that roster can do better than what Kevin Owens is doing right now. Nobody. There's not one man on that roster that is going to give the WWE the attendance figures and the ratings that they want. Unless your name is CM Punk, unless your name is The Rock, unless Daniel Bryan is magically fucking cleared to be WWE champion once again and make a miraculous comeback, it's not happening. It is not happening. There is nobody on the WWE roster that's going to do a better job than what Kevin Owens is doing. Everybody is the same. And that's the problem. That is the fucking problem. WWE refused to make new stars. Who's paying for it? It's Kevin Owens' fault WWE didn't make new stars in the last 4 years. Just blame it on Kevin Owens. Sure. The point is that there are a lot of people expecting Owens to lose the Universal Championship to Seth Rollins at Clash of Champions. Ultimately, WWE officials are going to need to make a choice when that time comes to keep Owens champion or not. If Owens loses the strap that quickly after winning it, the chances of him becoming the Universal Champion again are going to be very low in the future. That doesn't show a lot of faith in his ability to lead the locker room and help pick up Raw's numbers, which is something WWE knows Seth Rollins can do well. No, he can't. No, he can't. I'm sorry. Seth Rollins is not the answer to Monday Night Raw's failing ratings. Give me a break. Neither is Roman Reigns. On the other hand, WWE officials made the choice to put the Universal Championship on Owens, so they may be looking to ride the wave for a while. There is also no way to know that Raw wouldn't have seen the same results with Finn Balor as WWE Champion. It's important to keep a sharp eye on everything, because if Kevin Owens loses the WWE title, Universal title I should say, at Clash of Champions on Sunday, we'll know exactly why he does. Just blame it on Kevin Owens. Everything we do, everything that goes wrong during your weeks, blame it on Kevin Owens. It's his fault, okay? Okay? The toilet won't flush at work. Just blame it on Kevin Owens. Your girlfriend made you a fucking soggy sandwich to take to work the next day. Just blame it on Kevin Owens, right? Your boss is a fucking asshole, and he complained that you're fucking 3 minutes late after the train was delayed. Just blame it on Kevin Owens! You fucking retard! Fuck out of here. Your mother's lasagna was fucking dry, or your fucking mother's lasagna didn't have enough cheese in it. It's fucking Kevin Owens' fault. Your girlfriend didn't fucking give you a sloppy blowjob like you expected, right? It was fucking boring and uneventful. Blame it on Kevin Owens. Fucking retards. Moving on with the news. This is some episode of Off the Script, I'll tell you. One for the record books. Tyson Kidd's contract with WWE was renewed months ago. Ooh, does that mean he's going to wrestle? This will be good news for Cesaro, I'll tell you that. Tyson Kidd has been out of action for over a year since Samoa Joe's Muscle Buster. Let's ban it. Let's ban the Muscle Buster. Since Samoa Joe's Muscle Buster went wrong. Injured his spine, cost him the past year of his career and potentially his entire career. It was reported recently that his contract with WWE would be expiring soon, and that the powers that be had no intention of re-signing Kidd to a new wrestling deal with the company. According to a report from Cage Side Seats, that is not accurate. In fact, it's being reported by them that Tyson Kidd signed the new deal with WWE months ago. Although the report is claiming that he signed the new deal with the company, there aren't many details as to the contract itself. There also isn't much to know about Kidd's potential return to the ring. There is no question that Tyson Kidd could find a spot in WWE Performance Center to work his career, and work his the rest of his career in that type of element, taking what he's learned and his knowledge and passing it on to the young kids there. His career really wouldn't officially be over. It's just a new chapter in his career. His wrestling career can only continue if he is healthy. WWE officials are also going to need to take a risk with him, but the severity of his injury may force their hand to end Kidd's career rather than see him end up in a wheelchair or worse. I don't want to know what the worst is, but I really wish he was good enough to go and was medically cleared, man. That would be the ideal positioning and situation for Cesaro, man. They were so hot before this happened. They were ready. They were primed for a tag team title run, multiple title reigns, and it sucks, man, because Cesaro needed that. He was floating in the middle of nowhere. Tyson Kidd never had a prominent role on television. He finally found something with Cesaro. Natty was a part of that as well. She had a vital role in their success as well. And it just sucks, Accidents happen. You can't blame it on Samoa Joe. You can't blame it. How many people has Samoa Joe injured with the Muscle Buster? Really hasn't been many at all. If that, This is the only one that I personally know of. And that's dating back to his days in TNA. But Tyson Kidd, listen, nothing's known about his contract. Nothing's known about his status. If I'm WWE, I'm not letting this guy wrestle. This guy had a fucking, what was it, like a 10% chance of living after this fucking situation? You don't want to risk that. You don't want to push that. Go down to the Performance Center, sign the new contract, be a trainer, be an agent, be a producer, something along those lines. You got too much to give this business. You might not be able to give your heart to what you love to do in that ring, but give it in another way. Give it to the kids. Give it to the young people training and trying to become a NXT superstar in the developmental process, in the Performance Center. Let them know what they have to do. Let them know the mistakes that you made and that you don't want them to make the same mistake. That's the way to go, man. Tyson Kidd still has so much left to give. Hopefully, WWE keeps him around in some form in that way. Not in the ring. I think his in-ring career is done. Speaking of Cesaro, creative plans for Cesaro after Clash of the Champions revealed. As of this writing, the best of 7 series between Cesaro and Sheamus is at 3 matches to 2 in favor of Sheamus. But he may not have the advantage of this series anymore after losing 2 straight matches. Logically, Cesaro will tie the series on Monday Night Raw, and the set will be even, and then the 2 men will have one final match at Clash of Champions to determine the better man in the 7th match. According to a report from various sources, Cesaro is expected to win this series and go over Sheamus, which would give him one of the greatest comebacks in WWE history and could skyrocket his momentum. From that point on, he would have earned a WWE Universal Championship opportunity, and that would be his reward, and he would go on to face Kevin Owens for the title at Hell in a Cell. There is some speculation that Cesaro could find himself on SmackDown before the end of the year, just like Jack Swagger did this week on SmackDown. But his WWE contract situation would be needed to, they would need to handle his contract first and foremost. It's been a long time coming for the Swiss Superman. If WWE does go forward with these plans, Cesaro may become a main event player by the end of the year. I mean, how many of us listening to this can honestly see Cesaro being put by the WWE in a main event at Hell in a Cell against Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. Not me. Not me. I don't think they want to push him at all. I don't think WWE even wants him on Monday Night Raw. Why he's even on Monday Night Raw to begin with is fucking retarded. Put the guy on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon and the creative writers over on SmackDown will know what to do with him there. Come up with a trade. Some type of trade, bro. You know, do the package trade. Give me Axel, give me Cesaro, and give me Sin Cara. And then we'll trade whoever else SmackDown has. I don't know who the fuck they got. Well, they got Mark Henry, Kane. Bring those guys over to Monday Night Raw. You're not using any of those guys. Put them on Raw. They wouldn't be used on Raw either. I would rather have SmackDown have the guys like that. Cesaro, Sin Cara, and Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel could be a solid mid-card guy. And Sin Cara can team with Kalisto. You can have another babyface tag team. And Cesaro could be one of your guys, a proponent for the WWE Championship on that brand. I don't see what's so difficult about this. You know? Pull off a trade. Set up a storyline in which he gets frustrated. Something. Be creative with this. But as far as this best of 7, I mean, have you cared? I haven't. And the one thing that I see, yeah, it's going to make Cesaro look good for those who care. Not many of us do. But what is it going to say about Sheamus when he loses 4 fucking matches in a row? He's nothing but a bum. Nothing but a bum. So, you better do something with Cesaro if you are pretty much using and costing Sheamus' reputation by losing 4 matches in a row. If you don't do nothing with Cesaro, you're not only damaging Sheamus, but you're damaging Cesaro as well. And you're making yourselves look like a bunch of fucking clowns. Something better come out of this, and something better come out of this that favors Cesaro. Because right now, I don't care, you don't care, and Sheamus is on the verge of being nothing but a fucking bum and a loser if he loses 4 straight matches to Cesaro. Because I don't see Cesaro gaining any more momentum from this. I mean, it's the same thing as if this never happened. So I don't understand what they are trying to accomplish here. Hopefully they have an idea. If not, Cesaro does not belong on Raw. He belongs on SmackDown Live. And finally, guys, backstage news on AJ Styles' title reign with the WWE Championship. This week on WWE SmackDown Live, it was revealed that AJ Styles will defend the WWE Championship against both Dean Ambrose and John Cena in a triple threat match at No Mercy. The odds of Styles walking out of that match as the WWE Champion are stacked against him. Doubt it. But there is a new report claiming that WWE officials have plans for the WWE title picture. According to Cage Side Seats, current plans call for AJ Styles to hold the WWE Championship for quite a while, and presumably much longer than Ambrose did. Dean fell into an opportune spot back in June, cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to become the new champion because Roman Reigns violated the WWE wellness policy and, in effect, relinquished the title and his top spot on the roster. But even though the fans received Ambrose with a great deal more warmth than they did for Roman Reigns, Dean never quite clicked in that coveted position at the top of the ladder. AJ's success as the #1 contender at Payback and Extreme Rules paved the way for him to return to the main event a few months down the line, and it certainly didn't hurt that his summer angle with John Cena was arguably the most compelling content in the entire company. Styles has continued to impress Vince and other WWE officials backstage, and it's been noted that in the past that Vince had wished he signed the Phenomenal One 10 years ago before he finally arrived. Now that he's WWE Champ, the plan is to keep it that way. On Tuesday's SmackDown, Shane McMahon announced that Styles would defend the WWE World title against both Cena and Ambrose in a triple threat at No Mercy on October 9th. Shane also made sure to mention that Ambrose will also get his rightful one-on-one rematch at some point down the line as well. So there are several factors that make Styles' reign somewhat clear if everything stays in place. We noted that Cena is scheduled to take time off again shortly after No Mercy, and his commitments to Fox would likely force him to miss WWE television for the remainder of 2016. That all but assures that Cena won't be winning the triple threat. With Shane assuring Ambrose of a singles rematch with AJ Styles, it's logical to come up with the idea that the two will resume their feud after Cena departs, culminating in either Survivor Series in November or TLC in December. Perfect segue to a Shield versus Bullet Club. Ooh, I see that could be. That could very well be the way that they go and swing things here. I would do it. Survivor Series will be the second biggest pay-per-view that will feature matches and superstars from both brands, while TLC will mark SmackDown Live's third brand-exclusive show of the new era. Should Styles continue to get by Ambrose. The next most likely challenger would be Randy Orton. Obviously, Orton would still need to be cleared to wrestle after the concussion he suffered at the hands of Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, but that is expected soon so that he can continue with his program and Bray Wyatt. In the past, Orton and Styles both stated their desire to work with one another, and there were plans in place at one point to book a program between the two. Orton's injuries and Styles' ascension delayed anything for this past summer, but there's a good chance that those plans could be kicked into gear to close out 2016 and open 2017. There you got it. AJ Styles, before you know it, obviously is the WWE champion. He's going to ride out this wave through most of this year, all of this year, into 2017. The ideal situation that WWE is planning for is a rematch between Styles and Cena, where Cena ties Ric Flair's world title record. I'm assuming that is going to happen sometime in 2017. There's no way around it. That's where they're going. Don't be surprised when it happens, because that is what WWE is known to do. But right now, enjoy AJ Styles' title reign. It is definitely well deserved. He's fucking on fire. Every match is a fucking 5-star match with this guy. Best wrestler in the company, in the world, and I'm going to enjoy his title reign. I think he's going to do very, very well on SmackDown Live. That is off the script. That is 135, part number 4, and I will be back on Friday, as always, with episode 136. Until then, I'm JD. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the podcast this weekend. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you back tonight during Monday Night Raw review. And those blasted cruiserweights, those terrible cruiserweights on Monday Night Raw, those segments that I'm going to skip on Monday Night Raw. Fuck out of here, man. The cruiserweights are here. They're going to be the best thing on Monday Night Raw, and I can't fucking wait. Review tonight. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. I'm JD, and I'll see you for Monday Night Raw review.